Well, eggs are expensive these days. Dina's helping us all find new ways to save some Skrilla before you scramble them.
Okay, so here's the deal. I didn't realize how seasonal eggs were, okay? So in the summer, when production's really high, that's when you can afford to use eggs as your protein and throw them in the cakes and the pies. But in the winter, you should actually be a little bit more picky and choosy about what you're using eggs for. So to save them for your protein, there are alternatives to use in the baking products. So we have Lindsay Hickman. Did I say all that okay?
You did a great job.
Okay, great. Okay, good. So you are the owner of Barn and Pantry. They do breakfast Saturday through Sunday, 7 days a week here, and you do beautiful egg dishes. But we asked her, what are some alternatives for eggs because this season we're in, and you can use alternatives.
Absolutely, yeah, and we encourage it because we're very much a seasonal eating kind of place. So one of the things we really love to do is in the fall, apples are in abundance, so we can a ton of applesauce. So we have jars of applesauce all the time.
Okay.
And we use that to like replace things that we don't mind having a little bit of apple flavor in. So you can replace eggs with a 1/4 cup of apple sauce in almost any recipe, except for like cookies. You don't want to change your cookies out.
Yes.
So you can change like our pancakes. We'll take eggs out of those when they're slow, and we'll use applesauce in those. Or you can use a little bit of yogurt or kefir, and those are the same, a 1/4 cup to 1 egg. And so you can just change those out easily, and just depending on which flavor you want.
Okay, now I didn't realize that it was that easy to switch out. Now I'm not a big baker, as my good day friends know. When there's like anything baking involved, I'm like, I'm not going to contribute, but I'll eat it. But can you really mess it up? Because that's what I would get nervous about.
No.
Like the cook time, does all that change or no?
Nothing changes with these. Nothing changes at all.
Okay.
So one thing I will say for eggs with cookies, you really want to change out. You don't want to stop using eggs for your cookies.
Okay.
So I really want to tell you guys about something that's fun. It's called just glass jar eggs.
Okay.
And in the summer, when the eggs are in abundance and there's just tons of eggs available, what we like to do is put all these eggs in a jar with water and pickling lime.
Okay.
And you can leave those out on the counter. They'll stay for I think 2 years, and that's actually USDA has an entire explanation on how to do that, and we have it on our website as well.
Okay.
So if you do that, that's a great way to support your farmers in the summer. You'll save them through the winter, and you can bake with those eggs the same that you would eggs that are coming out of your refrigerator.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that. And hey, it's saving you money because you're buying them in the summer to store them in the winter when production tends to be slower because there's not as much daylight, as we learned in the last half hour. So how have you been able to maintain, your costs? Because you do shop local through our local farmers, and so that doesn't impact you the same way as it would the commercial stuff.
Yeah, and what you're paying for a lot of times, so your tomatoes in January are coming from other countries, they're being shipped in, their carbon footprint's really big, so we tend to eliminate almost everything with tomatoes in January and February, and we wait for that during the summer, and we use what we've canned. If we want to make lasagna or pastas, we'll use what we've canned and saved and preserved.
Right.
And instead we start to focus on things that are in season, so we've got a lot of oranges, we're using onions, which are available, and potatoes that are available, and so anything that's grown in the season is where you're going to get your most nutrient impact. You're going to get your best value for pricing, and you're going to feel your body better.
This is why we love coming in, and that's why we've done so many canning stories with you guys as well, because it's really cost-effective and sustainable. Okay, so Barn and Pantry right here in Dixon, they are opening in 7 days a week, 7 to 2, and they do breakfast all day. So come out and enjoy. You might get a little alternative with the applesauce, you'll have to ask, or you might get the protein breakfast with the egg on top. It's your choice, people. Have at it. All right, we'll send it back to you.
There you go. All right, thank you so much, Dina. Appreciate that.